What's up, you guys? I'm going to bring y'all a video today, talk about my DIY solar system I built. It's been about 8 years since I built this panel. I was going to go over some of the pros and cons of building your own panels versus buying one. The reason I did this is I wanted to understand how all this worked. So what I built here was a parallel 35 cell system, which is around 18 volts on each side here. 18 over here and 18 over there. Generally you would have used one more cell, but it's working pretty good. As you can see, it worked out. It worked out where I couldn't put another cell in there to make it a 72, so I just made it a 70. And it seems to work pretty good. You know, it's half a volt low, but you buy these and then you put them together. You watch all these videos and stuff, and after I built this one, I decided I wouldn't build no more because I bought enough panels for a kilowatt, or enough cells for a kilowatt. But I think I'm just going to purchase them because this is really time consuming, weather sealing it. This one's holding up pretty good. Like I said, it's 8 years old and I've moved it a few times. But this is something you do not want to do, is don't use glass off of this was a sliding door in my parents' house. Whenever we remodeled it, I multi-purposed it, took the panes out, cleaned them up, and used it for the solar cell. This was going to be a 300 watt panel, and when I went to testing it, I kept getting 200 watts and kept getting 200 watts. Well, this is UV glass, so do your homework before you build your own panels. And I'm going to show you the rest of my system, but right now I've got it going and charging a bunch of off-grid stuff. Loving it. Alright, so we got pretty good sunlight right now. You can't really see my readout too good. It's 14.5, 60 hertz, and 120 volts. So 14.5 volts is still coming in, so that's not even stressing the panel at all, what I'm charging, because I'm only hooked to this lawnmower battery right now. This amperage on this is kind of low, so but yeah, I'm charging these batteries right now off this, charging this off-grid system on it, off-grid and off-grid. You can charge your cell phones on right out of the charge controller on these. I just got this off Amazon, same as this. And you can charge your phone. That's the Type-C chargers, but yeah, just charge USB in there. That's really handy. I'm loving my system. You can run LED lights in your buildings straight out of your charge controller. It's really nice. I was kind of skeptical of the price of this stuff because I think this was around $60 and this was like 20 bucks. I already had the panel. Prior to this, I've got a grid tie inverter. It's also a 1200 watt, and I was going to see what kind of voltage I could get out of that to save on my power bill, and it wasn't very much. It was July, about 8 years ago. I checked it and I was saving $3 a month, so it wasn't saving me that much money on my power bill because it's such a small system. But being off the grid like this, it really makes a lot of sense to spend a few $100s to not have to rely on, and where we live, Alabama Power or wherever you live, all the time. That's about it. And you can also use this as a revive. I've been reviving batteries on it. You can watch some videos about the Epsom salt and there's tons of different ways to do it, but what you got to be careful of is your vapor. Whenever you do this, it's very dangerous. So, you know, if you're not very tech savvy, don't do it. But I revive batteries. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's about it. I'm liking it. I've been running this now for probably a few months. It doesn't really get hot. I try not to put more than a few hundred watts on it. This battery, this actually will run a 60 watt. It'll run a 60 watt bulb for a while. Probably 5-6 hours off that little lawnmower battery, and also charge too. I think that's 60 watts. So that gives you generally an idea of what kind of stuff you can do it with. You can do a lot more than you think with just a little battery like this, as long as it's, you know, holding a good charge. I'm going to take my golf cart batteries back off and build my bank back up of 4 batteries, and then you'll have days of energy saved. But yeah, you don't have to spend much money to get into the solar panel stuff. See you guys later.